I'm Atika and you're watching Talk of the Town. Today we're an exciting launch of a new magazine. It's called No Bounds and it aims to encourage and bridge the gap of racial and social and cultural awareness.
Listen, look, trying to do raps, I struggle in my head because people love you, then they hate you, then they rate you and you're dead. I have to tell myself to move in baby steps because when you go too fast, there's nothing left.
As you can see, there have been some rocking performances and it's all about No Bounds, so don't go away.
Definitely. I mean, I'm a music teacher and I just believe that actually, kids that don't have that advantage to do well academically can always have a voice through the arts. So I'm all for it. I'm absolutely all for it, yeah.
You're very serious you're not very serious to be a teacher.
I'm not very serious at all. But that goes good with my job, so that's all right.
Imagine what classes must be like.
I was going to say, your kids must go crazy.
I'm more crazy than them. I think they're afraid of me.
Really? Oh, when they watch this, they won't be.
No, they won't. They'll be like, oh, look, there's this. How cool. Yeah, exactly.
Well, enjoy the rest of the night and we hope to see you soon.
Thank you. Take care.
I do her stuff. She's called EST Poetry. And I asked her earlier on, do you want me to jazz it up and say you come from, you're repping South London or North London and you're doing this thing, and she said, no man, just keep it nice and sweet and that, EST Poetry. So can everyone please give a warm, big round of applause for EST Poetry.
Good evening everyone, thank you everyone, Rishma, Gata for this opportunity. I've got 3 poems to perform tonight. The first one is called Knowledge is King. Do we ever really know, or do we simply feel? I can touch it, I can taste it, but do I know it's real? Why do they impose what they think that they know? So the seeds of my free thoughts struggle to grow. What do we really know about times before this age, except the parts that were chosen to be printed on a page? Columbus discovered, they told me that in school, but all that was destroyed wasn't mentioned at all. Knowledge is king, possess it and the power's in your hands. You can choose to keep others in the dark or help them understand. Some have power to impose what they think that they know, so the seeds of our free thoughts struggle to grow. The masses are passive, accepting what they're told. Only some of us dig deeper, even fewer find the gold. What is knowledge? Is it concrete? Can it be measured or defined? What is your truth or his truth? Are they different from mine? Would you respect me if I talked like I was from the BBC? Will you listen to me now I've got my fancy degree? Why does money and status give someone a voice, while others speak but make no noise and don't have a choice? Seeking answers, some read books, others look to the sky. But while they look, many fail to open their third eye. Without this, we'd believe what they think that they know, and there'd be no more seeds of free thoughts there to grow. In the absence of answers, we have only ourselves. True insight, not found in shops or on bookshelves. If we let them impose what they think that they know, then the seeds of our free thoughts may never grow. What defines me is what I've lived, experienced and seen. And if knowledge is king, my wisdom shall make me queen. And that's the first one.
So we have EST who's just performed on stage. How did you feel?
I felt nervous because I haven't really performed very much. I've always written since I was a child, but I'm not one of these all eyes on me kind of people. I don't like that feeling and I'm just still getting used to it now, but it's the build up, the last 24 hours, I've just been really, really nervous. But then when I'm up there, I really enjoy it and just seeing everyone making eye contact and being really engaged with the performance really means a lot to me and I really enjoyed it.
You did well, and you're supporting No Bounds and you're encouraging young people to get involved in poetry. Isn't easy.
No, it's not. I've done youth work for about 3 years now and I will always encourage young people to express themselves creatively. We all went through the angry teenage years and I think writing lyrics and rap lyrics even poetry, like everything helps you come to terms with things that happen in your life, and it helps you present them in a way that other people might not have thought of before. So I think it's the arts is very, very important for young people.
See, this next one is another thing where it's very personal, you know what I mean? So I just hope you can all relate to what I'm feeling and what I'm trying to convey with my music. Listen, look, trying to do raps, I struggle in my head, cause people love you, then they hate you, then they rate you when you're dead. I have to tell myself to move in baby steps, cause when you go too fast, there's nothing left. And when you're gone, they wanna act like they were with you through their own deluded fantasies, they're claiming that they miss you. I wanna fire happiness inside the missile, cause you can't wipe away eternal tears of a tissue. Struggling with marijuana misuse, for me mental instability is a real issue. I don't know who I am and I don't know how to tell you. So I spill my chain and instrumentals. I miss a place that I ain't ever been to. But Mama Africa, I'm still with you. Wanna make the world a place that I can bring my kids to. I'm trying to make a change so they don't have to. Nickel, I don't ever let that road life catch you. I can't see me sleeping tonight. I really can't see me sleeping tonight. No, I can't see me sleeping tonight. There's a war going on outside and in my mind. I can't see me sleeping tonight. I really can't see me sleeping tonight. No, I can't see me sleeping tonight. There's a war going on outside and in my mind. I feel for soldiers that have died in these wars for no cause. All of us have seen their families distraught, but it's worse for the other side and never got applause. Their families that died before they got a chance to mourn. Can you imagine being born into a family that's born? I was talking to my sister other week and said it all. Said her daddy's never met her, mommy left her in the hospital ward. For all she knows, she shares blood with the people next door. In a way it makes me happy, cause it makes me love her more. Breaks my heart to see her scratch herself until her blood will pour. Way too rude, and I can see it's my fault. A bad attitude is one of the things that I do. I said I'm busy when I'm gone, you know you've got to give support. No more fighting with them other girls, you've got to stand up tall. Like a movie star, you're gonna rise and fall. Like the sun, we will rise up at the time of dawn, yeah. I can't see me sleeping tonight. I really can't see me sleeping tonight, no. I can't see me sleeping tonight. There's a war going on outside and in my mind. I can't see me sleeping tonight. I really can't see me sleeping tonight. No, I can't see me sleeping tonight. There's a war going on outside and in my mind. I got so much to say with no one to tell. That's why I make music. Who cares if it sells? But let's make a deal. Nod your head like you're listening. I'll play spitting, acting like I really care for your opinion. Say you see how hideous time is, how resilient life is when you're trapped in your mind. How it's like a tornado ripped straight through my eyelids. I never thought my life could ever be like this. Waking up like, why should I really stick by this? Conversate with the most high, you told me to fight this. Urge to go, I'm cannibalizing all these half kids. I don't like it, targets me, I'm fighting. Sometimes I tell myself a voice cause I ain't riding. Then I see my boss bright like it's in high vis. Going round and round and round and round. I feel like the wheel on your back when you're cycling down. Sleeping tonight, I really can't see me sleeping tonight. No, I can't see me sleeping tonight. There's a war going on outside and in my mind. I can't see me sleeping tonight. I really can't see me sleeping tonight. No, I can't see me sleeping tonight. There's a war going on outside and in my mind.
It's none other than D-Boy, so thank you so much for joining us. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, just here at the No Bounds event. So yeah, I'm feeling good. Lots of live performances kicking off in the background, so it's really good.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
You're in the music scene, you know, and No Bounds is a very important sort of magazine launch to integrate young people to understand music and conscious dance in a different way. How important is it for you as a musician to understand and to integrate that?
Well, I think for London it's very important. I myself get involved in a lot of music-based activities, youth-based projects as well for Beat Circle, my record label. So this is very the ideology for this is very similar to what I believe in. So it's really cool.
Sure. And performances tonight, what do you think of them?
We got Me Eli, HLI in the background. HLI, I don't know where I got the me from. That's been really cool, and I'm looking forward to seeing the rest.
And you've got more to look forward to.
Yep, I'm sticking around, supporting No Bounds. So yeah, I'm around.
Thank you, G-Boy. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Alright, performers that are going to come up and do their thing are called Zona Protesta. So let's make noise like there's 2,000 of us in here, and them guys are in here as well, and make them feel warm and welcome. Give it up, please, for Zona Protesta. Yo.
You lot ready for a performance of your lifetime, yeah? Zona Protesta, su movimiento 22. Escucha. Yo. Educación para la nación, ya para esa corrupción. ¿Cómo se le ocurre pedir una reelección? Pon atención, hermano, es que tú no sabes que tenemos derechos humanos. En mi país se lucha día a día, escondiendo de una guerra fría. ¡Qué grosería! Ave María, gritan las madres que por eso están heridas. Tenemos que encontrar una salida, cualquier solución será bienvenida. Por lo menos a encontrar una alternativa. Con la mano arriba, arriba, yeah. Mi gente está muriendo, mi gente está sufriendo por causa del gobierno, matando vidas inocentes, dejando un vacío en familias para siempre. Y el gobierno no comprende, ministros mala gente, ya muchos están llorando, muchos agonizando, gente latinoamericana está explotando. Yo. Con un lápiz en mi mano estoy pensando, porque mi gente se está matando, porque hay guerrilla, porque hay maraco, porque hay mentira, porque hay corrupción, porque hay tanto narco en la prisión, porque hay propaganda de Colombia estación, porque Coca-Cola tiene una operación de matar trabajador, anotarse al patrón, porque en Colombia hay tanto matón, porque el presidente está vendiendo la nación, porque busco razones en esta canción. Porque Juanito se metió en la guerrilla, porque dejó a su mamá solita, porque su hermanita no tiene dinero, porque su hermanito trabaja de zapatero, porque a su papá lo mataron tan ligero, porque los inmigrantes tienen que empezar de nuevo y trabajar tan duro para ganarse su dinero. Sé que empezar de nuevo, de empezar protesta. You know, HSN.
So I have somebody who's flown all the way from the USA. It's Marcel Cartier from the Bronx, New York. Thank you so much for joining us. Fabulous performance.
Thank you so much.
How are you feeling? You're performing in front of so many people from all kinds of backgrounds, and it's all about the No Bounds magazine launch, but it's all about music.
Well, I feel fantastic. It's always great to be here in London. I always have a wonderful time. I come out here several times a year. Actually, myself and Agent of Change, who's a London-based producer, we just finished wrapping up an album called History Will Absolve Us. So we're in the process of getting that ready for release next month. So it's definitely exciting. We performed some of these tracks for the first time tonight. We're in the process of shooting a couple of videos. So it's a very, very good time. I'm more than satisfied with this work. I think it's definitely my best to date, and I look forward to sharing it with everybody.
Really? The best to date?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And where did the inspiration come from to do your album at the moment that you've just really finished?
It's definitely a very overtly political record.
Okay.
I think we live in very interesting times. There's a lot of uprisings all over the world. You know, even in New York City, I was part of the Occupy Wall Street movement last year, and I never thought I would see something like that in my lifetime. People always said that, the masses of people, even if we're dealing with poverty or we're basically being, in some way marginalized by the political system, we just won't respond. We won't rebel. We won't take to the streets, and we won't fight for our basic rights. But I think what that showed us is that every time, people get pushed too far, they will naturally just push back and stand up for what they feel belongs to them. So I think the album is really a reflection of the fact that there's a struggle going on all over the world between those who hold power and those who actually constitute the majority of the planet. And with the title of the album, I'm basically alluding to the fact that I think that history will show that it's actually the people who make history, not some individual, rich white male sitting in, the White House.
But isn't that the case? Isn't that the case, though?
What is that?
People who are that one person sitting in the White House or somewhere making those decisions, that they do have a sort of that impact, and perhaps your message may be shown in a different way.
I definitely expect my message to be controversial. I think anytime that you challenge what's just the accepted narrative, then you'll get that, and there'll be a lot of hostility toward it. But I think my experience has shown that there's also a lot of, gratitude for the fact that I'm feeling sort of a void at the moment. When we hear so many hip hop artists, it's really, our culture's turned into the opposite of what it was supposed to be in the beginning. When hip-hop originated in the South Bronx, it was really about the most oppressed people creating something out of nothing and giving themselves a voice and saying, look, we're here. And, we may be poor, we may be completely oppressed by the powers that be, but we do hold power just by our mere existence.
Africa! Hey! Get the hands off, better get the hands off! You better get your hands off. Better get the hands off. Africa. You better get your hands off. Better get your hands off. Africa. You better get your hands off. You better get the hands off. Africa. You better get your hands off. You better get the hands off. Africa. I said those who do not move do not feel the change. The African people are aware of the pain, aware of the game, aware of the deception. Black presidents who are white man extensions. People from Cape to Cairo or hell. This fake independence and ongoing hell. Colonial ties still keep them chained. The richest continents getting robbed again. The IMF and World Bank criminal schemes. What about reparations? To me it seems that every metric point from Amsterdam to Paris and Brussels, we do with our hands of African labor and slave relations, developing Europe that expensive a nation. But Africans rebel from the first conquest, the black independence, the master conflict. You better get their hands off, better get their hands off Africa. You better get your hands off. You better get their hands off Africa. Word. You better get their hands off Africa. You better get your hands off. Better get their hands Africa. Look at Africa, the African command. That's the US in a puppet shaking each other's hands. They went in for Libya, going for Uganda. When will we learn we can't be sleeping any longer? Still salivating over claiming Zimbabwe. The worst man alive is never Mugabe. The land should belong to the African masses, not a small group of white settler bastards. Other Europeans wanna whine and grow, not losing what we stole. That is not a home, that is not a land. Need to choose the side. The future of humanity, the old is expired. If you ever want peace, you better want justice. Most of the continent is far from accustomed to cozy Cameron, Africa's son. Better know that the war can never, ever be won. Better get their hands off Africa. Better get their hands off Africa. Word. Better get their hands off. Better get their hands off Africa. Better get their hands off. Better get their hands off Africa. London, what it is.
Mutual thing where we're really sharing and exchanging ideas, and I have as much to learn from my quote-unquote fans as they do from me at the end of the day, because we all have different experiences that we can bring to the table. So again, it's all about that dialogue really, and hip hop accomplishes that, I think, all throughout the world.
Well, Marcel, I could be talking to you forever because you have so much knowledge and wisdom. But thank you so much for joining us. And your final message to Londoners and the guys here in the UK.
My final message to Londoners and everywhere, keep building this hip hop culture for what it really is. There's definitely a power in hip hop. It doesn't have to be one thing or the other. It's all about how you use it. So if you're definitely getting into this culture, use it very, very wisely. Use it not for your own self-enrichment, but so that we can all have a better society. We can have the society we actually deserve to live in.
So that was the No Bounds magazine launch. What a fantastic evening we had, an array of performances, poetry and fantastic interviews. Whilst you keep watching View for You Music, I'm Atika Chowdhury, signing out.